We're live. Hello, everyone. I haven't done this in a while. It's been a while. It's been a bit. It's been a minute. So this is the deal: is that for a while, professional wrestling has been, I don't know, this weekly programming just hasn't been great, man. The weekly programming has not been amazing for years to come. But things are different now. Things are different where I can actually get through an entire show. It's incredible. It's exciting. It's exciting for everyone who actually likes professional wrestling. No longer are the days where you just dread a Monday Night Raw or you completely dread sitting through a Dynamite, right, for 2 to 3 hours a week. It needs some Nikki in it. I don't know what that means, whoever the hell's in the chat right now. Peter, we got Grit in here. We got Vinny Mads in here. Listen, professional wrestling is something where you can actually sit through these events for the entire time and not feel like you're wasting your time. I just watched an entire Dynamite. I watched an entire Raw. I watched an entire SmackDown. I liked it all. I don't know if you guys watched Dynamite tonight, but it actually opened with MJF. It actually opened with someone that you want to hear talk. It's crazy. It's a crazy concept that we're finally at the point in professional wrestling after all these years that finally you want to actually stick around and watch what the hell's going on. It's a crazy concept. And shout out to all those streamers out there that have been doing this for years, because I sure as hell wasn't. I sure as hell wasn't going to be doing like the guys like JD and you got Sean Ross Sapp. They're just sitting there for all those times. What's up, Peter? I'll get you in here, man. You got JD sitting around just doing these awful shows forever, however long, just absolutely brutal, just sitting there and going through these shows within the Vince McMahon era. I mean, that takes dedication. That takes dedication that I certainly didn't have. If you want Nikki to tune in, you got to make sure that this shit is actually worthwhile. And Dynamite just happened. Dynamite just concluded, right? So that just ended. And we got open the show with MJF. We're talking about Forbidden Door. And I don't know about Forbidden Door with any of you guys, but I'm just saying, I'm not really vibing it. If it was up to me, I would kind of get rid of Forbidden Door. I think the door is shut. We already got all the guys from the Forbidden Door. We don't really need anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So Pete, I'm going to let you in. Guys, if you didn't see, I'm dropping the link in the chat. So the link here is in the chat. So I'm dropping it in the chat right now. That's the StreamYard link right there. I just put it in the chat. If you click that, you can come into the studio and I'll talk to you and mark ass. Let me throw it on Twitter real quick. I'm going to throw it on the old bird real quick, and then we'll let Pete in. Pete making his big debut on the Meatpop Express. Got people in here, man. I got 110 people watching my beautiful ass. This is amazing. All right, let me pop it over here. Let's see. Let me just give myself the old quote tweet here, and then we'll get Pete in here. But yeah, I actually thought Dynamite was pretty good. I still think this Forbidden Door is getting the hell in the way of everything, which is kind of annoying. Let's go, Nikki Fresh. What's up, CH, man? I don't know what your guys' names are, but I'm about to meet all of you. I'm going to drop the link really quick right here on a little quote tweet. To enter the studio. That's the link, brother. To enter the studio. I'm live, pal. I'm live. I ain't got no producer. I'm the producer. I'm the host. I'm the fucking everything. Big Trouble Ben Bishop. I don't know where his big ass is. Come join. Come join Nikki. All right. There we go. All right. Here we go. Letting Pete in. Big debut. Add to the stage. Peter, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? What's up? Finally.
What's nice up, dude?
Make my debut over here. And where's Big Trouble Ben Bishop? He's sleeping or what?
I don't know, man. He's probably booked for a show. For a show, dude. I don't know. Probably maybe he's meat popping right now. Sarah just entered the chat. How you doing, Sarah? So what'd you think about the show, man? Listen, first of all, for everybody who doesn't know, this is Pete. Now, Pete is a psychopath. He tweets and he replies. He's got to have the notifications on.
I don't.
You're
I just constantly go on my phone at work, at home, listening to my kids bitching. You know, I keep looking back to see if they're gonna run through the door and listen to Dad. Oh, Dad, who are you talking to? And I'm just none of your business. Go to bed. Leave me alone.
Well, hey, man, listen. First of all, we appreciate the support. Even though sometimes I don't know why you do the old double tweet where the double reply. You know you're a double reply guy. Like
Yeah,
you'll
I
say
know
one
because I'm
thought, but
old.
then
I'm
you get
43,
another
so
thought in your head,
I
and you
know.
want to say another report. We got another person in the studio here. We got CC. Man, I'm loving this. This is great. This is fantastic.
Yeah, this is
Any
great.
so tell me about Dynamite. Tell me, you know, it doesn't have to be about Dynamite. It doesn't have to be Dynamite because I know Sarah's going to come in here. She's in the chat. She wants to talk about the CMML and how great they are, even though they stink. You tell me, what do you want to talk about with professional wrestling right now? What's going on in your head?
Dude, the first thing I was thinking about was going to this War on the Shore thing. So when I saw that you guys are actually going to be there, heavily involved and all that, I was like, wow, that's cool. It's close to home, you know. So I'm like, all right, you know, let me see if I could finagle a way to get away from 3 kids and a bitching wife sometimes and just go and have some time to myself and go watch some live wrestling that don't get the opportunity too much, you know. So, you know, I saw that you guys are going to be doing some 20-minute something or other, some
Well,
promo. Yeah.
I'm getting the 20-minute promo. You
Oh,
see,
just you. Okay.
yeah, see Dave Sturcio and over there at Fight Factory, they booked us. So basically, I demanded that the only way that I would show up is number one, you got to pay me Matt Cardona's fee, and I get a 20-minute promo. So that's kind of the deal of what happened there. But what'd you think about the shows, man? Talk to me about pro wrestling. That's what we're here for. What do you got going on? What's in your head? What's getting you excited right now?
What I'm getting excited for, man, I want to see Roman Reigns come back like just out of the blue on like a Monday night or a Friday, you know, when like, you know, least expected, just come into the ring and just like wreck shit, cause havoc, wreck shit. Or, you know, I've been seeing a lot of like Brock Lesnar stuff online, and that would be fun to see. I know
You think
all that crap that
you
happened,
think
but
it's a little bit too early though for Brock? There's still some stuff going on, man. You
I
got to be
know,
tight.
man. I
You got to
know.
be
And that's like one of
careful.
those things, you know, when you get to like our age, it like takes a little bit longer to go through and filter through all that BS. But man, it'd be great to see him back. Dude, he's a monster. I mean, if you've ever seen this guy in real life, he's like, I don't know, he's just massive. Just a massive brute strength. And you don't see that much anymore, man. You see like, you know, what's that guy? Adam Cole. Like, okay, you know, he's not like a guy like Shawn Michaels was when we were kids. You know what I mean? Like great character, fine. He's got an okay tan. It's all right. But, you know, I like to see something, you know, like those big guys come back.
And AEW, man, did you watch Dynamite? Do you watch Dynamite? Have you been watching Dynamite?
I watch Dynamite, but it's always recorded because I got parental duties and responsibilities. So it's like I recorded it tonight and I watched some, unfortunately, Law and Order with my wife. So I'll probably like watch it in a little bit. I like stay up late. I stay up late every night. So I'll
What are we
probably watch
talking
part of it
about?
tonight or
How
tomorrow.
late are we staying up?
I'll probably about like midnight or 1.
That's not. I mean, oh, okay. 1 o'clock with kids is a bit late. I'll say that. Definitely a bit late.
Oh, yeah.
There
Hell
we are. I'm seeing us on our Twitter screen right now. When does we got some questions here in the chat? Maybe you could help me answer them.
yeah. All right.
When does
Sounds good.
LA Knight finally become him? Says Chubbs. What do you think? When does LA Knight? What if you got to take Pete? What are you saying? What is it
All
going to
right.
take for LA Knight to get to the next level here?
So he's beefing with, oh, yeah, he wants to go after, what's his name?
Logan, baby.
Guy that my kids love. Yeah. All they want is Prime too. So the Prime thing like never stops. Like all these limited edition Primes from Logan. They're like, Dad, can we go to the mall? I did good at school this week. You know, did you see him wrestle this week? I'm like, no, but okay, just anything to shut you guys up sometimes. I'm like one of those that when it's 3 versus 1, it happens. So yeah, I'd like to see that. You know, I think that's like a step in the right direction. He looks young, right? For his age. How old is he? Like 41? Something
Yeah,
like that.
he's in his 40s. I think he's 40, 41. So, he's right up there with us. He's always looked kind of old, as he likes to say. Chubbs, you want to jump in the chat? Hey, you got some things to say, Chubbs? Feel free to jump in the studio, man. Put the link in the chat. There you go. So, Pete, what else you got going on before I move along here? Because we're going to give people a chance with Nikki. If you have to give a prediction give me a prediction for a Clash in the Castle or anything coming up, any big events you think you got going on. Who do you think's what about the main event there, main event Forbidden Door? You got Swerve versus Osprey. What are you thinking?
Dude, the Forbidden Door thing, man, like you were saying before, just I don't know, like what's so forbidden about it? You know, it'd be forbidden if you saw, let's say, Ricochet come in
Yeah.
just out of the blue. or like somebody from TNA, you know, just come out of the blue. These New Japan guys, like, I'm not really well versed in that, you know? Like, I didn't grow up with it. I'm sure you didn't really grow up with it, right? I take it.
No, the only time I ever did a New Japan is when Jericho went over there for Omega. That's when I actually
Mhm.
got that's when I got my subscription. And then I actually realized like not too long ago that I didn't like cancel the subscription. I felt like an absolute loser for having a New Japan Pro Wrestling subscription. So I
No,
actually canceled it.
dedicated, man. Not a
Yeah.
loser, you're dedicated.
Well, no, it's just because I'm rich. That's why
No,
I
you're
didn't
right.
realize
Yeah,
it.
of
I didn't
course, man.
realize that I
Respect.
had the subscription because I'm so rich that
Of
I don't
course.
give a shit about $12 going to New Japan. They can
No,
have my
dude, you got
money,
like
I
a
guess.
wall stacked with like God knows how many autographed
That's
wrestling
it.
figures in the background. You're loaded, of course.
That's it, brother. Well, listen, thanks for joining. I'm going to give some other people
Oh,
a
thanks
chance
for
to
having me,
jump in
man.
here. It's good to finally talk to you again. You keep those notifications on
I'll keep
everyone that you
doing the
follow.
double thing, whatever, you know, Twitch. I don't know what
Keep
the
the
fuck
double
I'm doing.
replies going,
Keep
man.
going. All right, brother.
Appreciate
Take
it.
care.
Later, Pete. Take it easy, brother. Okay. Who else wants to join in? If you want to join in the stream and talk to old NTG, please by all means click the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat. I'll put it there again. There's like let's answer some questions here. We got some questions here. So Logan O'Donnell, does Drew win a Clash at the Castle? I actually don't think he's going to win. I don't think that Drew McIntyre is going to win a Clash at the Castle. I think a CM Punk is going to come in and screw him. I think it's going to be the first time that listen, you got everything going for Drew. He is going to be the baby face of all time baby faces there at Clash. Like you're talking a reception of the likes of like Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico when they went there. That's what we're talking about. Like that's the level we're going to talk about when it comes to Drew. It may even be bigger, to be quite honest with you. But I don't think he's leaving with that title. I think it's a little bit too soon. And in order to kind of push the storyline with Punk, I think he needs to kind of still be on the chase or see a little bit of like, trials and tribulations there. I think Drew needs to continue to get angry at Punk. And I also don't know how close Punk is to actually like, I don't know, fucking returning. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to heal that tricep. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. What else we got? Chubbs, why can't you take Logan Paul seriously? What has Logan Paul not done to be taken seriously? If we're being serious here, he's done everything. Everything he does, he executes perfectly. What else did I want to talk about here? Yeah, so MJF opened the show tonight, guys. Like if we're talking about AEW Dynamite, you want to talk about really with what happened tonight on AEW? To me, that's the story of everything. He immediately legitimizes AEW. AEW for weeks has, if you read in the dirt sheets, they've been just talking about nonstop of like who's the leader, who's the face of the organization now. Can Swerve really be a true champion? Can he put everyone on his back? Listen, I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's being positioned as that guy. I don't even know if he won tonight's match. I don't even know because I started this damn thing before the actual show because I did a little bit of an overrun. I'm not waiting around. I got things to do. I got to come here and talk to you, Marks. But when MJF comes on, he's just that caliber, man. And the actual promo that he cut, I mean, just talking about like how he breaks down the fourth wall while staying in character, talking about like how he's probably going to wrestle some random guy. And now he's wrestling who? Roosh? I mean, I thought Roosh did a pretty good job, but like, honestly, who gives a shit? Let's see, Logan. Yeah, exactly. Logan. MJF made me care more about Roosh. Is it Roosh or Rush? Give me. Is it Roosh or is it Rush? If it's Roosh, give me write one in the chat. If it's Roosh, write two. Can anybody help me out there? Let me know. But anyway, yeah, Roosh. Yeah, I actually care about him, and he did cut it. Thank you, CS. He did cut a pretty damn good promo. I thought Roosh did a good job with MJF because you just can't put somebody out there. Remember when they put poor old Wheeler Yuta out there with MJF, and it wasn't too good for old Wheeler, who returned tonight, and whatever, he returned. Great. Yeah, so just I don't know, man. MJF, man, just like opening the show. For me, it's like, yeah, I'll lock in here for 2 hours. But I gotta say, after that, I kind of feel like that, you start off with MJF. You've got to follow that strong, man. And then we had what else throughout the entire night? You had the learning tree throughout the night. Man, does anyone like the learning tree? Give me one if you like the learning tree. Give me two if you don't like the learning tree, because I have some thoughts on the learning tree. Let's see. What do we think here? I got 273 people watching me right now. Where is everybody? Let's get some comments going right here. Are they on YouTube? Where the hell are people? Let's go. There they are. I mean, oh, the learning tree barf. Sarah, why don't you come in here, Sarah? Why don't you come into the studio and stop being all like, a scaredy cat over here? You got a lot to say with your CMLL. You got the CMML. I know you want to talk about them, but the learning tree to go to is so I kind of like it, but I think that Jericho is playing a little bit too much into the point of like, yeah, we understand what you're doing here, but you don't just start talking that way randomly. It's not like one day you just wake up and like, I'm going to start talking in this manner. That's what's kind of offsetting. Like if he was just talking as Jericho, I get it, but he's clearly just like, he's like, one day you were like the Ocho, and now another day you're just learning to, you just talk like this. You just talk differently all of a sudden. That's what I don't like about it. It just seems a little bit disingenuous, right? I don't know. Am I wrong here, people? Am I wrong here? I mean, I think Jericho can make anything work, but this one, it just seems like he's kind of just like, I will literally make anything work. And I don't know necessarily if that's sticking. Let's see, Logan. He taught us the proper way to hold the camera and eat dumplings. Damn it, he's the goat. I guess so. I mean, we are. I will say this: I am more interested than in the learning tree than I am the CMLL. I tell you that because those guys got to get the motherfuck off my television screen. I don't know what the allure is of the CMLL. I know it's Forbidden Door, but there's got to be something else other than the CMLL to be on my television. Like you can't find anybody else to go against the Blackpool Combat Club. Oh, by the way, no one in the Blackpool Combat Club is from Blackpool. Can we name it something different? Can we name it something different? Is it possible? Can we do it? Let's see what else happened here on Dynamite. We had Willow. I thought Willow cut a damn good promo. I heard Willow cut a good promo. I thought she did a pretty good job. I think she's actually surprising some people. Willow. I think Willow's becoming a little bit of a good baby face for that women's division, and they kind of need it, right? So Britt's not there right now. Jamie Hayter's not there right now. So you need someone. I thought she cut a damn good promo, if I had to say. Monet wasn't on the show, I don't believe, right? I don't know. What the fuck are we doing? I don't know. But I thought that, I thought that Willow is over. She's gaining some strong traction since CH. I actually do think it, man. I really think that Willow is coming to her own. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Oh, Sarah, come on. I don't know anything. And it's almost bedtime for me. Come on. What a joke, man. Here it is, my big debut live after Dynamite. And Sarah's telling me that she's tired. Doesn't even have the kid yet and is telling me she's tired. I have a 5-year-old upstairs and a 1-year-old and a wife who is absolutely embarrassed by her husband right now. That's what's going on right now. Willow's such a star. She's gorgeous and talented, and you love her as a babyface. Yeah, I don't think she works as a heel. I don't possibly think that she could be a heel anyway. But I was very impressed with I was very impressed with Willow tonight. I thought she did good. I was actually excited to see the Acclaim. The Acclaim came out tonight and then got interrupted by the EVPs. I don't know about these EVP, man. I don't know, folks. Anybody got any thoughts on the EVPs? I'm not liking it too much. I think it's it's in that learning tree vibes. I'm getting the learning tree vibes, if you know what I'm saying, and I think you do. Just doesn't seem like it's natural. Like it seems extremely forced. I understand why they're doing it, but it just doesn't seem natural enough. Also, just like Okada wasn't there. Was he not there for any reason? Does anybody know? See, this is why I need Ben, because Ben understands like the storylines a little bit more. Me, I'm just here to just, yap it up and just me bring in the views with my ravishing good looks. See what else we got here. Oh, we had the patriarchy show up. See, that's probably like the top, Christian's a top guy at the company. Love seeing the patriarchy there. The EVP's storyline is too over the top, unfortunately. I think so. I think CH, I think that is I think that's what's going on here. I think it's a little bit too much for me, man. It's just a little bit too much over the top. Like there's certain things that are tongue in cheek. We've just reached 300 people. 300 people watch me right now, watching this beautiful, beautiful face. Thank you to all my great fans out there. Yeah, the EVPs, man. I don't know. It's just like it's a little bit forced, right? Right, guys? A little bit forced, man. Just doesn't seem natural. It's very much like, hey, the internet's doing this, so I kind of feel like we have to lean into it. But I don't know, the Bucks just don't scream like that role to me. Yes, it's weird, Sarah. It's weird. It's as weird as you not coming on and defending your CMLL because I know you love them so much. And then we had JP Hovey dropped in. Get the fuck out of here. JP, my man. I don't know if you know anything about professional wrestling, but I just dropped the StreamYard link right there. If you want to come into the studio and talk to old NTG, JP Hovey, an absolute legend from Bussin' with the Boys, has come in and broken the fourth wall, talking to the forbidden fruit, Nikki the Good, the forbidden fruit, the talented one, who's sitting here right now talking to all these 307 people live, posts embarrassing my wife who's upstairs. What else happened tonight? Tony Storm tonight came out. She's doing like the black and white thing. That was sweet. I like that. Soraya came out with her friend. You know? See, this is the thing with AEW, man, is that decent show, but this whole forbidden door thing is the reason why we really can't get anywhere. Like, you got MJF back and he's got to fight Roosh. You got Tony Storm mixing up with these people and like the random, Asian girl in the ring. I don't even know her name. It's I can't even roll at the top of my head. There's just so much stuff going on right now, brother, that you can't get to what's important because we got to get through this damn forbidden door. Yes, Tony Storm is the best character in wrestling. Well, I don't know if she's the best character in wrestling right now. I definitely think in AEW, she's probably the best character they have in terms of like a fleshed out, not like an extension of yourself. Like, I don't know how much of an extension of herself Tony Storm's character is per se. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, does she always want to be Marilyn Monroe? Who's better? I don't know. Let's see. For example, like Chad Gable, I would say is better. I would say Chad Gable's better. Just because I think that, what he's doing is more, you can translate that more into an extremely high level role. Plus, he's playing a heel. He's also a heel who's going to be elevating a babyface with Otis, and he's directly linked to Sami Zayn with the Intercontinental Championship. He's elevating Maxine Dupree. Tozawa is getting TV. Like, all of that's happening, and all those people are being noticed because of the work of Chad Gable. So that's why I think Chad Gable's, character is pretty much stronger. But Tony Storm's ability to just drive a promo, whether it's written for her or not, is crazy. Is crazy good. I would say there's no, other than MJF, she's probably the best promo they currently have right now. I don't know. Does anyone else think that's not the case? She cuts these promos, whether it's in the press conference or whether she's doing like an actual promo package. It's just actually wild. Peter D. Yeah, shit. I forgot the Chad Gable and the possible. Yeah, of course. Well, I don't think the Kurt Angle thing's happening. Kurt's got a bit of, he's got some issues. Sarah's hitting me up on Twitter saying that she's got to go to bed. Disappointing, but she's with child, so it's okay. It's all right. What else happened? Does anyone know? Did Swerve win? Can someone in the chat let me know if Swerve won? Because I came here to talk to all of you fine people. Let me know if Swerve won. Did Swerve win? Can someone comment in the chat? And then I think we'll wrap up. He did win. Wonderful. Did he win was it a schmaz? Was it a schmaz, or did he win outright? I think he won outright, right? Based off kind of like, if he won, he had to have, that couldn't have been a schmaz after. Let's talk about WWE for a little bit. Let's talk about WWE. Let's transition a little bit to the Fed, brother. Let's do what I like a lot. Here we go. Sarah keeps coming back for more. I love it. She can't resist. She can't resist old NTG. She dressed up for me as Halloween, for those of you in the chat. Sarah right there, dressed up as me as Halloween. How many other wrestling journalists / podcasters are having people dress up as them as Halloween? None. So anyway, yeah, WWE. Let's talk a little bit about WWE. They got a lot going on, man. And they got no holes in their game. Even this last week, on Raw. They were short staffed. They didn't have the whole crew. They didn't go with all their top guys because if you're looking at it, Punk's still hurt. McIntyre's still hurt. They can't wrestle. They're not medically cleared, whatever. And you could position an entire show around Chad Gable and Liv Morgan. I mean, how great is it to be a professional wrestling fan right now? I can't believe how much better things are post Vince. I mean, I was the type of guy that actually held on to Vince. I was like, man, I really hope that. What's up, Roman? What's up, man? Roman, if you want to jump in this chat right here, brother, I just put the link right below you. If you want to come talk to me, you could jump in the studio there. I'll let you in. We could chat it up if you want, brother. People get in here. Man, Pete was just here talking about how his wife's bitching him out for being on the line, talking to old NTG. So if you want to join, come in the chat, and I'll throw you in the studio. You can talk to NTG directly. So yeah, so WWE, man, it's just like they just don't have any holes. It's crazy how they can just take a show that you would see as a B show because they're not, leading with Punk. What's up, dude? I'll let you in, brother. Here we go. We're gonna get another dude right in here. I'm gonna let you in. Oh, brother, are you wearing a Rock shirt? We're gonna get a guest in here. What's up, man?
What's up, dude? How are you?
Can you hear me? What's up, dude? Yeah, man, I can hear you loud and clear. So do you go by Seahog? Is that the name? Is that what I'm calling you right now, Seahog?
It's Seahag's the nickname, but my handle on YouTube is CH. So.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man, all right. So Seahag. So I'll call you Seahag. Is that cool? That works?
That's my we go back and forth on Twitter. So.
Oh, we do? I go back with a lot of people. I'm a heater, brother. You know me.
I know you are.
I'm active. I got a lot of people mad at me yesterday talking about Caitlin Clark,
baby.
And dude, brother, you want to talk about having a, I mean, I go viral, like once a week or whatever, no big deal. But brother, it was rough on the streets for your boy. I had to keep it on the down low, man. But listen, what do you think? What is it? You're wearing what is that? That's a Rock shirt, right? That's Project Rock. That's dude. How great do those shirts fit, by the way?
Dude, they're amazing. They're comfortable on the skin and they last. That's the other part. They last.
No bullshit. To those of you in the chat that don't go to the gym because you're slobs, listen to me right now. These shirts that the Rock has, the project, they're a little bit pricey. They're up at like in the 30, probably like high 30s or maybe in 50 for some of them, right? Like they're expensive.
Yeah, shirts. They're up there. You probably, when they first dropped, probably about 45, 50.
Yeah. So these shirts, I have one from 2017 that is still upstairs in my drawer right now. With my, it's in a drawer that is currently next to my smoking hot wife, who's sleeping right now, embarrassed. But these shirts are incredible. So Project Rock, I assume you're maybe a little bit of a Fed guy. Give me did you watch Dynamite tonight, or are we talking Fed? Whatever you want.
I'm catching up through Twitter because I'm moving right now, so I don't have any cable. So.
All right, well, don't worry about it. Just watch the MJF promo. The CMLL came out at some point. You can skip over that. You can just skip over the CMML because no one gives a shit. I was talking about the Fed a little bit right now, WWE. What stands out to you the most right now? What's the biggest deal for you right now?
You had brought it up and hit the nail on the head, but Chad Gable and his work with everyone right now is standing out. Promo work has been firing on all cylinders, and I think a lot of that to the change in direction, basically getting Vince out of there. If you have noticed, everyone that is coming from NXT or that was in NXT has come back. Promo work is 10 times better than it was under Vince's direction. He was a bit of a micromanager from what I can tell.
A bit of?
Yeah. Well, again,
the guy wouldn't let people sneeze in his presence.
I know, right? He's a case study for sure that they need to do. I don't give a shit, what they say about everything going on. That's big news. But there needs to be a case study on that man alone for just how crazy he was.
Well, what sucks to that point is they were going to do like that, all those biopics on him. Biopic. I can't say
biopic.
I can't say that fucking word. I don't know, whatever. They were supposed to do all that. They're not going to do that now. They're not going to. We're going to miss out on all that stuff. Yeah, Roman, 100%.
They will, but it'll just be a hit piece. It won't be like an actual dive into who the person really is. It's just going to be a hit piece to make him look out like he's just a horrible person.
But the Chad Gable stuff that you mentioned, right? like the promos, they just feel so damn natural because as Gable has said, it's just an extension of himself. Like he really is a regimented guy that believes in like hard work, dedication, but obviously you just turn the dial up to 11 and all of a sudden, you know, you got this heel character that's just incredible. Is that your favorite part of WWE right now, or like what's going on in your head in terms of like what's drawing you in at what's getting you excited every week?
I like what they're doing right now with Liv and Dom. Just they did a great job planting little seeds here and there, and it's now like starting to pick up, if you will. If what JR, it's like business is about to pick up, and it's starting to. Monday, that's where it's kind of like starting to go and culminate up because it's starting to create dissonance within the Judgment Day.
Yes,
and they already have that with, you know, Priest and kind of wanting to be his own man, and it's causing rifts between him, JD, and Finn. But now you got Dom out there, and you're not sure what's going on with Dom, but at the same time, Rhea's not there, so you know, it makes you think, what's going on? Is Dom playing Liv to get, you know, to set her up for Rhea to come back and screw her over? Or is it like Dom really is falling for her? And it's the storytelling has been phenomenal. The match quality is the match quality. You're going to get what you have. I love seeing that Braun Strowman's back. Just missed a big old
real quick though on Strowman. I know he grew his hair out. I thought he was getting the plugs done at the top this whole time.
You would have.
Did he not get the good? Did he not go to the right place?
I don't think so.
I love him with the hair, but I just for some reason I don't know whether
it looked away from the hard camera and it just shot right in on that.
Like I don't know if it's because I'm just blessed with these looks and these great hair follicles at 39 years young, but. I don't know, man. Like it just throws me over. Now that I'm very happy that Strowman's back because it's always great to have a big dude like that. You mentioned the Judgment Day. We got a comment here from Dirtbag. Dirtbag, that's an actual name. I know Dirtbag. I know Dirtbag well. He's on Twitter. He's in my comments. JD McDonough, right? Is that his name or is that the hockey player?
JD McDonough.
Is it? He sounds like a hockky player. Did I get the fucking name wrong?
He just got a big old head.
Yeah, dude, he's got a massive head. It's such a strange body, but he is a character. I feel like he could be used in like a comedic sense. Like I don't know how ever serious we'll be able to get him when he has that big ass head on that little body, but I do think from a comedic standpoint, like he can be used a lot better in terms of like helping be a little bit more of a foil in the Judgment Day. And I think that's what's starting to happen here. Like he's getting involved in the Live stuff, So, but I like the idea of what you're talking about with the Judgment Day because the WWE has now layers where you are invested in every single person on the roster because you're not just talking about the big dog Roman Reigns, which we literally did for about 5 years straight.
5 years there.
And it was like exhausting. What else out of the WWE? What do you think of for Clash in the Castle? You got any predictions?
I mean, the money is on Drew winning in England. I mean, the hard money's on it, but I kind of feel like it's just going to set up him and Punk for SummerSlam, and he's not going to win. He's going to get screwed there. But I mean, are they going to turn him face and turn Punk bad by doing that?
If they turn Drew McIntyre face, I'll go fucking crazy because this is the best Drew McIntyre we had ever had in our life. That guy, I was ready to write him off. Like I was like, they just can't figure this guy out whatsoever. He's not interesting at all. And now he's starting this character where he just breaks down the fourth wall again and he speaks to you the way people talk on the internet. Everything the internet says about these guys online, Drew McIntyre just says it live and in person.
So you're basically like taking like trolling, but putting it out there.
Yeah, he basically stole my gimmick. Basically, Drew McIntyre has stolen my entire gimmick, put it on television, and he's having all this great success. You need to
call him out for that.
Like I am, as I speak to 352 people on this live feed. Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Bills, is in my chat. Guys, this is incredible. The quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, Joshua Allen, is in my chat right now. That's a joke. It's Joshua Allen. He's a big fan, I assume. The TNA work with WWE is interesting so far with Grace plus Ethan Page as well and Sean Spears back. I mean, it's got me watching. It's got me watching NXT for a different reason now. Like you can see the seeds here. Correct me if I'm wrong, C Hag, my man. C Hog, C Hag. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, brother. But it seems like we're not the black and gold brand, but it seems like Shawn Michaels is starting to get back to the thing where like it's not as developmental anymore, but getting back to being a little bit of a brand. What do you think about that?
Yeah. The way they're going right now, especially with branching out with TNA, but you're caring a lot more about their heavy hitters. Trick Williams is over like Rover. We cared about their top stars, and now those top stars are shining right now on Raw and SmackDown. So again, we're back to NXT is the third brand. It is not a developmental. It's nice to have that option, but at the end of the day, they are a third brand. When they get their new TV deal and Raw goes to Netflix and SmackDown goes to the USA, we're going to kind of start seeing a bit more of a shift. And working with TNA, bringing in top talent from there like Jordan Grace, that blew my mind that they brought her. I love Jordan Grace. I loved when she came in at the Royal Rumble. Met her years ago at the first StarCast when she didn't look like that, but I'm happy to see a person who's transformed, and she's just taking the world by storm. She is a good fit for that roster.
Yeah, I don't know what I mean. Jordan Grace. I mean, you want to talk about just completely, the physical transformation, but it's not just like she doesn't just have the look. When she came into the Rumble, bro, she
has a
did
presence.
Fucking work.
Yeah. That girl can go, man.
I mean, I don't know how long her deal is with TNA. I'm sure one of these Mark Dirt Sheets will have the wrong report and try and tell us when her deal's up. But she'll be in WWE one day. That's just a matter of fact. She's meant for it. She's short, which I appreciate because I'm short myself. God had to make things equal for everyone out there. Had to give all you other fucking marks a chance of attracting a woman. So he made me short. But whatever, my wife is very attractive. Let's see. Anything else before I let you go here, C-Hack? I appreciate you joining me. I'm going to see if anybody else wants to join in. You guys can join in if you want. Anybody in the chat, feel free to join in. The link's there. I
got to say that watching The Rock come back and not only come out and just do it, because if you notice, like, the biggest difference between Rock coming back in the last, I will say 10, 12 years to The Rock coming back this time, the iteration was far and away blew the doors off, because when he used the social media platform, went blue, if you will, using the F-bomb and everything, that was a game changer for how the tone is going to shift for WWE. And the way they did it and the way that Brian Gortz talked about it with how they set it up on Busted Open, I know everybody kind of was all about Cody, but they did a great job in building up a different character that can now still come back and have a storyline. And we may see more Rock. I'm hoping so. And I just hope they keep that momentum going, especially with the Bloodline, kind of ending their small storyline. Now we got a new one. So
nice, man.
What WWE has, but I'm excited for wrestling. It's fun to be a wrestling
fan. Wrestling's cool again, thanks to The Rock and me and Ben Bishop. C-Hag, whatever it is. I'll see you later, and I'll be back here probably Wednesday night if my wife gives me permission again next week. I'm going to get Grit in here, my man Grit. I'm going to get my man Grit in here. My man, what's up, brother?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
Oh, nothing, dude. I'm just here, just paying the bills.
Man, putting it together, man. Putting it together. The charisma you've got, man. Are you ready for your promo?
Oh, I've been ready. I've been ready since June 14th,
the stupid question. Stupidest question I've
brother.
ever asked. Stupidest question I've ever asked.
That's what I do. I let Ben's the heater. I let Ben come in, do the big work.
Yeah.
And then I just, talk shit. And then we collect our Matt Cardona rate card and we get the hell out of there. What are you up to? Where do you live, man? By the way? Where do you live?
Knoxville.
Oh, see, there you go.
Kane's my mayor.
Yeah, I should have known that. So
actually, your whole fandom is like Jim Cornette doing all the history. Oh man, we got a lot of wrestlers out here, Bubba.
You do? Do they run? They run a ton of shows out there and stuff.
I don't know. One of my project managers for a commercial outfit I deal with, Kid Cash.
I don't. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, of course.
yeah, like he
Yeah.
bugs me about Windows and stuff all the
Well,
time,
Kid
man. Like
Cash. Wait a minute,
he's got
Kid.
some stories, man. He's got some stories, the Japanese circuit, all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm definitely familiar with Kid Cash. Do you watch the shows on the regular? Because I know we're obviously Twitter buddies, but like, what type of wrestling fan are you per se? Are you casual, or are you diehard, or are you getting back into it because of old Rocky?
Man, no, I need to figure out how to get back in because like part
Mm.
of me wants to. I'm old, man. But like I remember in the dorms, the '90s. No, shit, not the '90s. I ain't that old. But like Attitude Era, like I was kind of catching the backside of that because a buddy of mine, the only one who had cable, was a big wrestling dude, and we would all watch it. But my neighbor kid, he's always bringing it up, man. Just some little kid. I just want to know enough just to be able to throw something at him, maybe stump him every now and then.
So it's real simple. So what I would say is this is that so for WWE, the beauty about WWE is that you really don't even need to watch the weekly product to know what's going on because their promo packages are just so damn good. All
Yeah.
you really need to do is just watch the PLEs, which are worth it now because what Triple H
You're
does,
throwing acronyms at me, brother. What's that?
that's a premium live event, brother, because they don't do pay-per-views anymore. They do premium live events because it's really technically not pay-per-view because it's a subscription model. But if you just watch those,
We're losing recipes, brother.
you'll be there. You'll be done with the show in like 2.5 hours, and you'll be caught up with everything that you need to know. See, even Michael Jones here in the chat says, I never watch the weekly WWE shows. You don't have to. Like, that's the beauty of WWE. You don't got to watch any of that shit. And then you could just understand what the hell's going on. Now, AEW, you're not going to know what the fuck is going on. Like, that thing is
Yeah,
impossible.
dude. I catch a little bit of that every now and then, just clips and stuff. That's chaos, my man. That is chaos.
You go to any indie shows out there where you're from?
Brother, I raise kids and work. That's all I do, man.
Yeah, man. I don't bring. I mean, I go to them, but only when I'm booked, because I'm booked, as you
Yeah,
know.
I mean, you might as well. I mean, if you show up, there's a fee.
That's
and
right.
It's not really a negotiation; it's a guarantee. You know.
Well, we had because we got one. We got my first ever. So I tried to get some tanning advice on Twitter today.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to be a little snarky on that, and I would say like day of, but man, brother, I mean, if get ready, stay ready type situation. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think you actually go in a booth, man. I think you spray it up, man. Look like Trump in the inside of like a pasta container.
That's what Cardona told me.
Because the best pasta is microwaved.
Yeah, so he said just get the spray tan the day before. Let it
You're
settle.
Gonna be greasy, man. You're gonna be greasy. You gotta you know what? Okay, yeah, he's gonna know, but I mean, I know you're healthy and all that, but you're gonna sweat.
I'm just cutting a promo though, so no one can put their hands on me.
Like
I have that in my
buddy
clause.
that had the stuff running. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wrote in my clause that no one's allowed to actually, physically touch me because I couldn't afford to mess up the old money maker here.
Yeah, I mean that thing should be insured
for sure. I don't even know. Like,
I don't even really have a question. I'm just here supporting the boy and what you do, man.
Oh no,
you're killing it.
I appreciate it. What are you getting into? You make content, right? From time to time. I feel like you've made content back in the day. What have you been up to?
Nothing. Not a thing.
Just
I got hurt, lost some hearing. So I can't really edit or whatever, yada yada, whatever, because I don't hear high pitch anymore.
Yeah, man. I mean, half the people that think they're editors don't hear it anyway. So
yeah, and I was real meticulous and real weird with my stuff. Like I'd lose sleep over that stuff, and I just think leave it for the kids, man. Leave it for the kids.
Kids like myself, I'm a 39-year-old child. A 39-year-old child just talking about pro wrestling to all the lovely people out there.
Same, but you know it, you love it.
And I definitely appreciate you with all your, supporting the boy here.
Yeah,
do you ever make it to this coast? You've been to like New York and all that shit?
Stationed in DC for a while. Probably just as far north as Baltimore, man. I mean, I've been up there before, but not like as an adult, I need to. I want to. I've actually got a little surprise visit I'm supposed to do. I got a buddy in Connecticut and one in Schenectady, and we're gonna get together and do a little surprise golf trip for one of the fellas out there. So if I'm out there, I'll definitely let you know. Make sure the guys know in your neighborhood to buzz me in. I don't know if they'll let me through, but
Oh, we'll let you in. I'll let them know the Great Knox is coming through, and that
I'll
we
put a
got.
bow tie on, and like
Hell yeah, man!
I might put it
Absolutely.
over the top so they can see it, and we'll make it work.
Well, I love it. I appreciate it, man. Grit. I'm gonna let all these other marks get in here and talk about probably the the AEW and the CMML or whatever the hell
And
it
I'm
is.
learning, man. I'm taking notes. Y'all come correct.
Thanks, dude. Take it
See
easy,
you,
brother. Later. What's up, Andrew, man? Michael Jones asking some good stuff there. Anybody else still in the chat there? I got some time still. I think I'm going to hang out here for 10 minutes. If anyone else wants to join and come in and talk, I'm here, brother. So let's see what WWE we got going on. We got still got the bloodline happening, right? We didn't even get into that. There's so much to talk about. What I'm going to try and do every Wednesday, like I would like to do this every week if you guys are liking this, is that I got to figure out a little bit more of a format here, but I just want to talk. I just need to talk about wrestling just with people, actually. Me and Ben throw it down every Friday, and it's great. 2-6 to Colin. Oh, come on, Rich, man. Damn. Okay, man. But don't worry. I'll put that as a rain check. But yeah, I just want to talk some pro wrestling. Sometimes, man, you just want to hop on here. Like, I got my text chains with my buddies and stuff like that. But, if you're all just thinking the same, it's not as fun as when you're kind of arguing or have different opinions as people. That's what I kind of like about this stuff. Nikki, you're a gym guy. What's your top 5 workout songs? Okay, so Triple H, Time to Play the Game. That's number 1. Number 2 is Ass Man, Billy Gunn. Number 3 would be the Wolfpack theme song. Number 4 would be Hosky by Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder. And number 5 would be, let me see, number 5. Got to make it a good one. It's probably going to be right now. Right now, I would say, what I've been doing at the gym a lot, guys? You know what I've been doing? I haven't actually been listening to like actual songs. I've been putting the entrances on YouTube and doing I have listened to Jey Uso's Backlash entrance on the Stairmaster on repeat for an entire 30-minute session. I'll just do that. For some reason, having the live crowd in your ear when you're trying to work out, hell yeah, man. Wolfpack theme is just gets goated. But having the live crowd in your ear when you're working out, you almost feel like you're the performer. I don't know if I'm really getting all in the feels with you guys, but that's how I feel. When I'm working out and stuff like that. I really try and get focused. And I really try and put myself in a mindset. As corny as that sounds, sometimes, you got to make it interesting, especially if you're working out by yourself. The fire burns. Oh, yeah. CM Punk. Funny fact, that was actually Randy Orton's first theme. The fire burns. That was Orton's theme. And then they gave it to Punk. Fire Burns is a great soundtrack. There's so many. You could just listen to exclusively pro wrestling theme songs in the gym if you really wanted to. Huge pops on loop, clutch move. Yeah, absolutely. Triple H, the game, goes crazy in the gym. You guys know. You guys know the deal. Wrestling theme songs are up there with some of the greatest, forms of music ever. I've watched Slow Chemical. Yeah. Kane, right? Kane. There's just so many. Who is direct messaging me? Okay. I don't know. What else we got on? Let's see. Michael Jones. The Otis pop this past week from Raw was something that would have never happened under the previous regime. You're right. That's indicative of how WWE is continuing to improve my opinion of them. Yeah, it's 100% true. Listen, Vince would never allow, for some reason, if something was literally staring you in the face, Vince would just not do it. How many things were staring us in the face for all those years? And you were like, if this happened, it'll be awesome. If Cena turns heel, if Roman turns heel, if so-and-so did this, and they just never did it. And it was all because of Vince. I mean, Chad Gable, people were like, this guy's the man for a long time. And then just one day he just showed up as Shorty fucking G with basketball shorts on. What are we doing here? So yeah, the Otis pop would have never happened because he would have never allowed it to flesh out enough to the point where Otis gets that over with the crowd. Vince didn't care about leveling up the mid card at all, where you could have an entire show around Chad Gable, which they just did on Raw. That entire show is based around Chad Gable and Liv Morgan. They didn't have any of the A players. They really were. It wasn't like Cody was the main fixture in the show or anything. It was those guys. It was the mid card, as you could say. But it's not even the mid card. Is there even a mid card? Everyone's operating at such a high level. And we have, on top of everything that's going on right now, we have the Wyatt Six or Uncle Howdy coming through. I mean, we're not even scratching the surface. WWE has so much fucking left in the tank. Half their stars are hurt. I mean, Seth is out. Becky's out now. Punk is out. McIntyre's out. And they're still in fixtures. That's how fucking great Triple H is in this new regime. We are blessed right now, guys. This is legitimately, no bullshit, the best time since the Attitude Era. Period. I mean, I'm the type of fan. Listen, there are some major diehards out there that are crazier than me. They are, because most chances are they don't have lives, and they have no real responsibilities. I do. I can't commit to something that's really shitty. If it sucks, I just cannot sit there and watch it. But if it's good, I will invest my time, like I just invested my time in Dynamite, because I'm curious to see how AEW is responding, which gets me to your point, CH. I'd go as far to say that Tony Khan suffers the same thing, not allowing his stars to break out and become. Listen, Tony is, as you guys know, if you follow me when I was at Barstool, I've been in the room with Tony a bunch of times. We've interviewed Tony about 5 times. I've had conversations with him. He's a great guy. He's a wealth of knowledge. He knows so much, almost too much to a degree. I guess it's just tough to see wrestling through a different lens when you are just like, for so long, the stuff that got you interested in, like, when you have that much money, do you really care? Like, can you care enough that you're willing to listen to everyone? It's like Vince. Vince got to the point where he had so much fucking money that he couldn't even see if what he was doing wasn't working, because the bottom line just kept going up, 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 up with WWE. So to the surface level, he's probably like, yeah, everything I'm doing is working, because he didn't give a fuck if the fucking fans liked it. He's still packing out arenas. He doesn't give a shit about online sentiment. You know who does? Triple H. He listens to people because he's a fan and he's a wrestler who just so happens to be in charge of everything. That's the beauty of it all. I hope that Tony finds a way, because as he showed when the roster was more condensed for AEW, when it was a little bit smaller, you saw that it could be great. You saw the first 3 years of AEW, especially the first 2. It was incredible. It was must-see TV. Then they brought in fucking Rampage and Collision and all the belts. Get rid of the fucking belts. Get rid of Ring of Honor. Get rid of New Japan Pro Wrestling belts. We don't want them. Get rid of Collision. Get rid of Rampage. One or the other. Get the fuck rid of it. Tony let's see another comment here. Tony reminds me of that type that sees they made a mistake but will die on the hill to not admit to a mistake. Yeah, maybe. I mean, as long as the money's not an issue, he doesn't have to care. Tony tries too hard to adhere to exactly what fans want, and it just results. Well, not what the fans want. It's what the dirty, disgusting Pop-Tart eating marks want. That's who he's appealing to, because he sure as fuck ain't appealing to me. I don't give a shit about half these guys on the roster. I don't care about bangers. I care about storylines. Yeah, Twitter fans. Yeah. Like the Twitter fans are like it's the silent majority. And no, wait, what is the silent majority? No, it's the vocal minority. Twitter is such a small sample set of the overall wrestling community. If anything, you don't want to listen to Twitter. These people are fucking stupid. You want to listen to the Meatpop Express. That's what you want. Exactly what the IWC fans want, what they think they want. Because, as I've said, if you guys have listened to the podcast, I feel like these type of fans, wrestling fans in particular, they like to romanticize professional wrestling. They like to find the things outside the box to create an identity, because maybe in their life they don't have it. And I'm not trying to be a dick here. I'm just saying the people at these events don't look like me. And I'm not saying that. I mean, that's just a fact. I'm a good looking guy. I go to these events. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, what's going on here? So these are the type of people that they look at like a Takeshka and they're like, I'm going to like Takeshka. And why? You know why? Because no one else fucking likes him. So you can at least say that you like Takeshka. He's boring. They couldn't, Rich. Rich, whatever you said you're sick, whatever you're sick, you got me, brother. I told my wife I was going to go for 20 minutes. Blatantly lied. No fucking chance. No fucking chance. Let's see. What else, man? We got that. See, this is what I like. See, I like just talking it up, man. I could talk for fucking days. What else is going on in WWE that's awesome? Women's division is great. You know who's awesome? You know who's great? There's two females on the roster that are spectacular. Does anyone want to guess who they are in the chat? If you know Nikki the Good and you know what I like to watch, who are the two females on the WWE roster right now that I think stand out above all the rest? Does anyone know? Does anyone have a comment? Stream is still open if anyone wants to join. I do agree Nia's killing it. There you go, dirtbag. Tiffy. Tiffy's one. Who's the other one? Tiffany Stratton. That's a no-brainer. Who's the other one? There's one other female on the roster that really stands out. Well, Liv, yeah, but I'm going a little bit deeper. Like, Liv's been around. You know, Liv's been doing a thing. She's been established. Not even Rhea. I'm talking about, like, people that are, like, I should have clarified what I was trying to say. Like, people that are standing out. They're starting to stand out a little bit more in pro wrestling. There we go. Not Kelsey. It's Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton are what drives women's wrestling. It's great when they can perform in the ring. And by the way, Tiffany Stratton is immediately one of the best in the ring. But what they do outside of the ring with their characters, their presentation, their look, their ability to act, to not sound like they're forcing a storyline or forcing a line that they were given. It changes the perception of women's wrestling because a lot of the times they weren't given a lot of time. Now they're given time on, on the big screen. Liv Morgan is in arguably the second or third biggest storyline in all of WWE. Chelsea Green is probably the most, is like a Swiss Army knife. You could put her in any situation. Nia Jax. I love Nia Jax. All these fucking marks out there that don't like Nia. Like, if you listen to the online sentiment for years, everyone hated Nia Jax. Why? Why? Because she hurt Becky Lynch, made her fucking career. You need people like Nia Jax. She's clearly put in the work. She looks 10 times better than she's ever looked. She's a seasoned vet. I like that Lila Valkyrie too. I love how Chelsea Green mispronounces everyone's name, like she's being interviewed by. Yeah, Chelsea's doing the Chris Jericho gimmick, like Kirk Angel. Chelsea's one of the smartest women in professional wrestling. She's been on the indie scene. She's obviously married to the internet champion, a guy who's done it all. She is what can really truly raise up the women's division where they can just be in prime time segments. Same thing with Stratton. It's the same thing. Jade's good looking and kind of scares me. Jade is just meant for WWE, and she's just a smart businesswoman. She even said, she's like, I'm 31. I ain't waiting to go to I'm not waiting to go to the top. She wants to be at the top right now. And when you look like that, you get to go to the top. Again, Triple H, you want to talk about Jade real quick? Triple H, fucking genius. Jade comes in, you could pre-make her a single star, make her dominant, but like, how long is that going to last? So what do? You pair her with one of the best workers in the entire world, Bianca Belair. And now Jade has a quick run of a learning experience. Go under the learning tree. Not Jericho's, but you know what I'm saying. All these live events she gets to go to. all these tag matches. She gets to observe from the apron what's going on in the big match, get that experience. So that when it comes time to have that one-on-one match on the big stage, she's ready. She's ready to go. Who's Sol Ruka? Who is that? Dirtbag, who's Sol Ruka? Talk to me. Don't know who Sol Ruka is. Is that a member of the CMML? Who's Sol Ruka? What am I missing here? Even the way they're using Natalia in NXT is great. You know? They're fucking doing everything right with the females. Just incredible stuff. And on the other side of the in AEW, they just need fucking Britt Baker back. They need Britt. Britt's got to come back there. When Britt comes back, that side of the division will pick up. They need her. She's a stalwart. She's a face of that division. She's a face of the fucking company, if we're being honest. All her, along with MJF. What else is going on before we wrap up here? I've been going for a little bit over an hour here. I'm at the hour mark, baby. You believe this shit? I made it in an hour talking to you guys solo. Need to get Big Trouble Ben Bishop in here soon. Let's see how many people I got. I got 401 people here, man. This is pretty damn good for the first one. I'm going to do this. I want to do this every Wednesday night. But I got to come with a little bit more of a format. This was kind of just like, let me just throw some fucking at the walls and just rely on my pure God-given talent to be entertaining. I wonder where everyone else is. Where are the other 400 fucking people? Where are they? What are they doing? Let's see. What else is going on? Man, shout out to all the fucking streamers that have been doing this for years. Not that it's hard or anything, but damn. Here we go. Oh, here we go. So, all right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up tonight. Unless you guys, anybody else, listen, I'm going to give 2 more minutes to anyone wants to join in. If you want to join in the studio right now, I got 2 more minutes. If not, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I really enjoyed myself talking pro wrestling with you guys, man. That was a lot of fun. Hey, Nick, what is the WWF toy ring, original or retro form a few years back? Is that? Yeah, so basically, that up top is a retro. I have the original ring from the 80s, though. It's just not displayed. Richie, if you wanted to join, you just click the StreamYard link. I just put it in the chat. You go to that link and you enter the studio, and then you can talk to the big dog here, the big dog of the Meatpop Express. Don't tell Ben I said that. Yeah, so listen, I really enjoy doing this. I want to do it every Wednesday. I got to come with a different format. So if you guys want an idea, I mean, I could just obviously just come on and shoot the shit. But I think I don't want to just come on here and recap Dynamite, because here's the deal, folks. I'm not recapping fucking Raw at 11 o'clock at night. I got shit to do, and I got a real job, okay? These other streamers, they do this shit for a fucking living. Still sick. You'll get me next time. No doubt, Richie. We'll do it next time. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to come on here. Maybe when I feel like Wednesday's the good night. You guys let me know what you think, because I think Wednesday's the good night just because wrestling is on and then we roll into something. Whereas like if I went on a Thursday night, it's like, okay, that's a cold night. There's no wrestling going on per se. So maybe not as many people are like tuned in, but I got to make it so that I got a little bit of a format there. I got to figure it out. Maybe Big Trouble will join me. Make it a little bit easier. Wednesday's perfect. Yeah, I think that Wednesday is the night. I just don't want this to become like I'm going to recap. Like I want to recap AEW, but I kind of want to do where like maybe I'll recap AEW at the gate and then we'll move on to WWE, talk about what's going on, and then we'll open it up to the studios. But really, that's what I want. I want it to be a call-in show. That's kind of what my vision is here, because no one else is letting people in. I looked at all these other fucking streamers, man. And they're just, they just do their show. They collect super chat cash because they got to pay their bills for their lonely small apartments. And then, that's what they do for a living. Me, I don't really give a shit. I don't need the money. I just want to talk some pro wrestling with you guys every week. So thanks for joining me today, guys. This was awesome. I appreciate everyone that came into the studio. Me and Ben are trying really hard. We're trying to build this thing. We think we're entertaining. We know we're entertaining. We're just hoping that we get some more people to kind of check us out. So spread the word of the Meatpop Express. Who needs money? I honestly do not. I am very well off and affluent. But July 16th, War on the Shore, Fight Factory presents. Matt Cardona is going to be there. Mandy Sachs is going to be there. Santana is going to be there. Joey Janela is going to be there. The card is growing. Lady Frost is going to be there. And yours truly, the Meatpop Express, me and Big Trouble Ben Bishop, 6'12", 50% of a metric ton, will be there. We are booked for the War on the Shore, brother. So, hey, thank you guys for joining me tonight on this Meatpop live show. Post on a Wednesday night. I think we're going to do this every week. I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun. Guys, my marks out there, I appreciate you all. And listen, let's do this again next week. All right. We'll be prepared next week. All right. Later. Whoa. Who are you, Ted DiBiase? No, but I am rich. That's just a fact, man. It's just a fact. Later, Marks.